Lord of Life family, Pastor Matt here with this week's devotion. I'm inside the prayer room at church. You can see the cross lit up behind me. There's a painting of Jesus praying, and below me is a kneeler to kneel before God. There are chairs set up in a circle for group prayer. There's also a dimmer switch, which gives it a quiet, calm, relaxing feel. There are devotionals and Bibles in here to really focus your prayer time. This is a great space to pray, and it's a space available for you. So you can guess what I'm going to talk about, and that's prayer. It's a time of year when we transition and get back into habits and routines. I know Brian just met with youth on Sunday night, and they shared that they feel overwhelmed with their schedule of school and activities. So for you, as you begin this new fall season of habits and routines, what's your most valuable habit and routine? For Jesus, it was prayer. Think of all the demands on his life: the people to heal, miracles to perform, things to teach, crowds to serve. It was overwhelming, disciples to train. So he made time often to pray. I love what's written in Luke. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. I love the word often because it means it's a habit and routine for him. And I love the word lonely, even though it's a negative word. This means it's a quiet place without distraction. Jesus told us to do the same thing. He said this in Matthew chapter 6. But when you pray, go to your own quiet place, into your inner room, shut the door, and pray to your Father. Christ modeled prayer for his disciples. It strengthened him, it refreshed him, it encouraged him, and it helped him to make major decisions. Like when he chose 12 disciples from a large group, he prayed all night before making that decision. One of those days, Jesus went out to a mountainside to pray and spent the night praying to God. When daylight came, he called his disciples to him and chose 12 of them, whom he also designated as apostles. So these apostles followed Jesus, and they noticed and they were impressed with Christ's prayer life, and they wanted that same benefit for themselves. So they asked Jesus how to pray. One day, in a place where Jesus had just finished praying, one of his disciples requested, "Lord, teach us to pray." What Jesus said next is the Lord's Prayer, and this is what Christians have been praying for 2,000 years. So as you transition into a season of new habits or maybe old habits and routines, let me encourage you to start with prayer, just like Jesus did, to carve out time in your schedule to spend with God so that you're encouraged, refreshed, and strengthened. It will also help you make major decisions in life. And find that quiet place. Jesus had a prayer map. These are places, some of them only he knew about, where he would go and pray, like the Mount of Olives and on a mountainside. For me personally, it's in the morning. From the time I wake up to the time I get out of bed, I spend the majority of that prayer time thanking God for my family, daily bread, another day to serve him, for Jesus, his son, the forgiveness of my sins, for the cross and the empty tomb. And then I spend time asking God for wisdom, for him to give me direction and discernment as I go about my day. And I close that prayer time with reflection, quiet time, and meditation, where I'm just listening to God and let him speak and encourage my spirit. It's a time for me to be still and to know that he is God and I am his humble servant. A great study as you read through the four Gospels is to underline the verses that talk about Jesus praying. And it is compelling how often Jesus prayed. You will be moved in your spirit to pray more often and to make it your most valuable habit and routine. So as you begin this new season, as you transition with habits and routines, I want to encourage you to follow Christ's example, to carve out time, to find a quiet, lonely place to be with God, and you will be encouraged and refreshed, especially as you go about your life making decisions, making God-pleasing decisions that follow Jesus' example. God bless you.